Today, for our topic, I will be looking at misunderstanding. Now we're going to be looking at the definition of misunderstanding. It says here, misunderstanding is a failure to understand something correctly, a disagreement or a quarrel. Now, I'm going to be talking about misunderstanding because I watch a lot of Chinese drama. I like the period drama. I like the costume drama. And one thing I've seen, like through most of them, I'm going to say the spirit of misunderstanding. And even now I'm watching one of them. And I just see the spirit of misunderstanding. And most of them, when I watch them, I always see the spirit of misunderstanding. And we said misunderstanding is a failure to understand something correctly. And I'm just going to give you an example. I'm watching a costume drama right now, and the girl lied about her identity. Now, the man is the king, and he found out, and he likes her. And he said he knew that she lied because he found out. And he said to her, "Is there anything that you would like to say to me?" And she said no. And then he went to her again, and he said, "Is there anything that you would like to say to me?" She said no again. And we see the spirit of misunderstanding coming about because he knew that he found out her identity, but yet when he asks her, she keeps on saying no. And even right now, I'm sensing in my spirit that there's this man that likes this woman, and every time he goes to the woman, he asks her, "Do you like me?" And she's saying no. Just like the girl in the story, when the man found out her identity and he asked her, "Is there anything you would like to say to me?" She said no. And I'm seeing this time and time again in these costume dramas, the spirit of misunderstanding, wherein the man may like the woman and the woman goes to the man and say, "Do you like me?" And he says no. And then she'll go to him again because she's seen him do all these things for her, and she said, "Do you like me? Do you love me?" And he will say no. And then she goes on with her life, because every time she goes to the man and she says, "Do you like me?" he says no. He continues to reject her, but through his actions you can clearly see that he does like or love the woman. But when she asks him, he says no. So we see the spirit of misunderstanding coming about in mostly in relationships, where someone doesn't always tell the truth. Like I said, I'm watching a costume drama right now, and the man found out about the woman's identity. And when he asked her time and time again, "Is there anything that you would like to say to me?" she continues to say no, or "Give me time and I will tell you." And we see the spirit of misunderstanding. And the spirit of misunderstanding is terrible because you can be thinking something is A when it's B, C, or D, and it's not even A, because the person may not, while you're seeing the person acting like they like you, and then you go to them and you say, "Do you like me?" And they say no. They lied. They lied because of whatever reason. Maybe they felt like if they said to you that they liked you, they would have been rejected. But you see, from time and time again, you see their actions, and then when you go to them and you ask them a question, they lie. So we see there is a failure of understanding. That's why there's a misunderstanding. And time again, I've watched so many of these costume dramas, and I've seen just the spirit of misunderstanding. And in my own life, like when I talk to people and they say something to me, and I will say, "You know what? I don't understand what you're saying to me right now. Can you clarify what you're saying? Because right now I'm not understanding what you're saying to me." And I know sometimes people get upset, but I'm not going to talk to you and you're talking to me and I'm not understanding what you're saying, or I don't even know what you're saying because you're saying A and I'm at B, C, D, E. So I need clarity. And the spirit of misunderstanding is I'm seeing like it's very rampant now. And it's rampant because sometimes people do stuff and we don't know the actions behind it. And sometimes when you go, you confront them, instead of them telling the truth, they tell a lie. And that's what I'm seeing too, with the spirit of misunderstanding works with lies and deception. And like the man said to the woman, is there anything you want to say to me? And she continues to say no, or I'll think about it, or give me time. And I see time and time again, I'm just talking now about the Chinese costume drama, but in our own lives, you like the man, and the man came up to you, and the man said, do you like me? And you said no. When he sees it in your actions, so now he's confused, because he's saying, well, this woman, in her actions, she says that she likes me, but when I go up to her and I say, do you like me? She's saying no, she doesn't. Or even with a woman, you see the man's action, he's doing everything for you, and you go up to him and you say to him, do you like me? And he says no, and he's lying, she's lying. And we see the spirit of misunderstanding, because it's a failure to understand something correctly. And God wants us to be truthful. If you like someone and they come up to you and they say, do you like me? What is it for you to say, yes, I do? If you get hurt, you get hurt, but you'll never know. And you want to avoid the spirit of misunderstanding, because a lot of times the spirit of misunderstanding can get into stuff and have you thinking one way about someone when it's the other way, because you did not understand the stuff correctly. And then the enemy used it, and he brought strife. He brought confusion, because there was a misunderstanding. Maybe you could have cleared it up. Maybe the person could have cleared it up, but you didn't. You choose to leave it like it is. And sometimes we need not leave things like the way it is. We need to bring clarity to a situation. And, like I'm going to talk back again, but which one am I? I'm going to talk about the man liking the woman. The man liking the woman. Now the woman goes up to the man and said, do you like me? He says no. Now she is in a spirit of misunderstanding, and she's thinking like, he does everything for me. It basically worships the ground that I walk on. And now I'm going to him asking him, do you like me? And he's saying no. And she's confused. So now she goes on with her life, because she went to him in private and said, do you like me? And he lied. He said no. And now the man is all crushed and broken, when the woman already went to him and said, do you like me? Or vice versa. So, the spirit of misunderstanding, I see it a lot watching these Chinese drama, and I see it almost in all of the dramas. I always see a spirit of misunderstanding, wherein the man likes the woman, he never tells the woman likes the man, and she never tells, and they go through so much heartache and headache, all because they're not truthful with each other. They're not truthful, whatever reason, they're afraid of being rejected, and they go through so much heartache and headache for nothing. Because, if the man comes to you and say, do you like me? What is it for you to tell the truth? Because he could like you too, but he is afraid to approach you. But now he gets up the courage and he says, do you like me? And instead of you saying to the man, I like you, you turn around and say no, and you told a lie, and then he went on with his life, and you were heartbroken. But he came to you and he said, do you like me? You like the man, and yet you said, no, I don't. And now you're heartbroken and you're crying because the man moved on with his life, when all of it could have been avoided by you telling the truth. So I see the spirit of misunderstanding works with lies and deception. And not only does it work with lies and deception, it works with you just withholding information from people. You know the truth, they ask you, and you just withhold information. And when you withhold information, there comes misunderstanding. And then what happens too in misunderstanding? Misunderstanding leads to disagreement. And not only does it lead to disagreement, it leads to quarrel. And you're in an argument with someone because there's a misunderstanding. And no one took the time to clarify the situation. So may God deliver us in this time and this season from the spirit of misunderstanding. If someone comes up to you and says that do you like me? it's better you tell the truth. It's either they like you or they don't, but it's better for you to tell the truth than for the spirit of misunderstanding to creep in.